Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my July beauty favorites. I am so excited to be doing this video because I have a lot of good stuff to talk about. So if you want to continue watching, then please go ahead and do so. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with a product that I always talk about, but I just feel like I need to talk about it right now because I just love this so much. This is the CAUDALIE grape water spray. It's soothing and moisturizing on the skin, super sensitive friendly. CAUDALIE, you did the damn thing. I actually ran to Sephora today to get another one because this one literally has like that much left. Because I love this so much, I want to try more of CAUDALIE's products, so let's hope for the best. But this is like my ride or die baby. I always like to use this on an everyday basis. I don't usually wear this that much when I wear like a full face of makeup. Sometimes I do, but like every day when I'm not wearing makeup, this is my jam. Like this is my go-to. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our moisturizer. So for moisturizer, I have another one that I've been loving, especially when I do my makeup. I have my Holy Grail moisturizer that I use every day too. I mentioned that in my Holy Grail skincare products, and that is the First Aid Beauty Instant Repair. But when I'm doing like a full face of makeup and I want something that's gonna slather on so beautiful and so perfect, I like to use the TATCHA water cream. Now this one is pricey, and I do have to say that TATCHA products are pricey, but I really do feel like they are worth the purchase. If you don't want to purchase this right away, you can go ahead and get a sample and see how it reacts with your skin. I do feel like with skin, it's worth it to make the investment. Sometimes there's certain things that we're like, oh my God, that's too much money, I don't wanna do it. But I feel like when it comes to your skin, you wanna make sure you take good care of it because this is what's gonna be seen all through your life. And I just like it because it's like this nice gel consistency on the skin, which just feels so good. And as soon as you start blending it out into the skin, it literally feels like its name, like water. If you wake up really early and you're kind of like, oh my God, I'm dehydrated, I'm tired, I just want to go back to bed, I always feel like this automatically wakes me up. And then it feels like a little bit tacky. So I feel like this feeling a little tacky helps the foundation stay on very well. So this I've fallen so in love with. This is the Too Faced Hangover X Prime, Refresh, and Set. Oh my gosh, this has saved so much time as well. I feel like usually when I'm applying primer, I'm like sitting there and like really like putting that into my skin, and I'm just like wasting like 3 minutes of my life because I'm like applying it. But I feel like with this, it's so quick. You just spray it. It really hydrates your skin, and I feel like it does a good job of prolonging the wear of your foundation, but still making it look really smooth and just gorgeous, like radiant from within. So I really like to use this right now to do primer. You guys have probably seen me use this in my past foundation reviews. I just feel like it feels so good on the skin. So you're gonna see quite a lot of Too Faced today in this video because I'm just really impressed with Too Faced now that my moisturizer set into my skin. And you don't even need that much. It just goes on so good. Okay, so now we're gonna move into the foundation that I have been really enjoying this month. So it has to be the Too Faced Born This Way. I was really impressed with how beautiful this looks on the skin. It literally looks like you were born this way. Like the name is perfect for it. I'm in the color Caramel, and this is just working out so great for me. Every time I wear this, my makeup really lasts all day and it just looks so flawless. It kind of reminds me, not only in packaging, but how it looks, like the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. It goes on like butter. So I am obsessed. And I'm just using this sponge. Like, do you guys see how beautiful that looks? That just looks like beautiful skin. Loving this foundation. Do you see? Like, it's my perfect match. If you're looking for a foundation color in the Too Faced Born This Way and you're my complexion, I range. You guys always ask me for my MAC color. I honestly do not really use MAC, so I don't really know like what I am right now. But usually I'm between an NC40 and NC42. That's what I was matched to when I went to MAC in New York City like a year and a half ago. So if you want to kind of go off of that, you can. But I don't know what I am right now, but that's just what I was last time I went. So if you're around my complexion, Caramel is going to be your jam. And I'm doing one side first so you guys can really see the difference between the foundation being on to nothing being on. You can see how skin-like, how fresh it looks, how it smooths out like any texture you may have, and you really don't need that much product to cover up one side of the face. You guys saw how little I used to cover this side. Also, Jaclyn Hill raved about this foundation. She said how this is her new holy grail over the Dior, and you guys know she was ride or die for Dior. Like, she used that for a long time and raved about it. And I feel like when she raves about something, it's actually a really good product. I also feel like using the primer with this just makes it like be so perfect. Okay, so for our palettes that I've been obsessed with this month, I'm gonna talk about 2 palettes. First one I wanna talk about is a more affordable one. This is the e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette. It looks like this. I did a tutorial on this palette. If you guys want to watch it, I will have it linked up here. It's my Smoky Summer Eye tutorial. And it just has really wearable shades for like a nice matte look. So I wanted to talk about this because not only is it affordable, but it has some really, really good pigmented eyeshadows in here that work fantastic, just like a high-end palette. I feel like Drugstore has done such a good job of stepping up their game. I also feel like these are colors that aren't like too out of your comfort zone. I feel like people that are just beginning with makeup can really enjoy this, and people that are more like into like the dramatic makeup can also enjoy this, because who doesn't love a good matte, especially for the crease? Like, let's be real. And the second one that I have to talk about, because I've just created so many looks with this, if you guys go on my Instagram page, you will see some of the looks that I created using this palette, some which I have shared with you guys here on my YouTube channel, and some that I just like to create just for fun. And that is the Lemonade Dominique Cosmetics palette. It has such beautiful colors, and I have to say this is my obsession. This nice like little mustardy yellow is like heaven on earth. It is so beautiful and so pigmented. And I know you always hear that, oh my God, it's so pigmented. But like, this is really, really pigmented. For a yellow, it blows you off your socks. Like, I am a tan skin girl, and sometimes I have trouble with yellows because they won't look as vibrant as they will on somebody that has fair skin. Like, I'll watch a tutorial on somebody that has fair skin and I'll see a yellow and I'm like, oh my God, yes, I need that. And then I go get that yellow and it literally looks so different and so muted on me that I'm like, here we go again. So I really like this nice yellow in the Dominique Lemonade palette. It is called Mango. So stunning and just so perfect for the summer. I feel like you can never go wrong with a yellow this summer. It just changes the look. I really quickly want to touch on something. So this did have a little bit of an issue. The palette, overall, they had like some issues where some people's palettes were defective and they just weren't like performing as well, or how she had created it. So she literally stopped the shipment, stopped selling them. She went back to the factory and worked to make sure that every palette was the formula she had originally created, and she sent out new batches to all the people that had the bad batch. So I think that speaks a lot on Dominique Cosmetics team and Chris and Dominique, because not many brands will do that. Not many brands will stop everything, lose sales, make new batches that are gonna be shipped, pretty much be given for free. So I just think that is what makes people want to support your brand, when you have really good customer service and you can take ownership for a mistake that your brand makes. So I really have to give it to them. I know that they're restocking this soon, so be on the lookout. Okay, so we're gonna start off with this yellow right here, Mango, which I was just raving about. And we're gonna be taking our Delium Tools small tapered blending brush. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna place that all over our crease. Do you see how nice and beautiful that is? Like, it's so nice and yellow. And you're just gonna put that from one end of the crease to the other end of the crease. And there's like a subtle little dent in my Mango shade. That's how much I've used this shade this month. Mood All Summer 2018 Yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Do you see how vibrant this looks? Like, it literally, like, I've never seen a yellow look so vibrant on my tan skin. Like, this needs no introduction. None whatsoever. So now we're gonna be taking our flat brush, our MAC 242, and we're gonna be taking this light shade from our Matte for Matte palette. And we are just going to be starting to cut the crease. We're not gonna be using any concealer. We're just going to be using the shadow to cut it. And the reason why we don't need concealer today is because we're working with matte shadows, so you don't have to worry about there being fallout or it not looking super duper clean. This will make it look super duper clean. And I like to like exaggerate it and take it a little bit higher just so that it really shows my whole look. You can see how pigmented this white is. That's another color that I'm also very picky about. It's like the cream white shade. If it's not pigmented, I freak out. Like I need a nice pigmented white shade because I always work with this white shade. So now we're gonna go back into the Delium Tools brush we used to apply the mango shade, and we're gonna go back in with the mango shade and start applying it on our outer edge. Hey, my look goes with my flowers in the back. I have some flowers in the back. I love doing my favorites videos because I feel like it's a time where I can really just sit down and be like chatty with you guys and just like kind of, you guys can kind of get to see my personality more than me just talking about a product and being like, so this is how it works, these are my thoughts, blah, blah, blah. You know, I feel like this is the time where you guys can really like know why I like something, or like what has really like stood out to me this month. I just really appreciate these favorites videos so much, and that's why I wanted to do it, because I feel like it's a deeper way for me to connect with you guys, doing a wrap up of all the things that I loved and then putting it to the test on my face and you guys seeing it. Okay, I see why she loves that because of this, that. So now we're gonna go ahead and do our eyebrows. So for brows this month, I actually was using something a little bit different. So I am running really low on my Precise in my brow, and I don't know why, but I've been fighting getting another one. I was like, I don't know if I want to get another one right now. Literally have that much left. And you guys know I love this stuff. I go through these all the time. I get new ones. I've probably gone through like 4 or 5. And I just kind of wanted to go back to my pomade vibes, but I didn't want to just do any pomade. So I found my Reina Rebelde pomade on my vanity, and I'm like, let me go ahead and use this again. So you can go to your local Target and find Reina Rebelde. It is so nice. Like, it is so creamy. It doesn't dry out. It looks so fantastic on the brows, and I just have really been digging this all over again. So I'm gonna be using this small brush. This is my Anastasia Beverly Hills 7 brush. It has a spoolie right here, and then it has the angle. So we're gonna just kind of brush first. And we have a clean space because I just plucked. And then we're gonna be taking the pomade. You don't wanna take too much because it's so pigmented, and trust me, a little bit goes a long way. And then I just start to go in and just follow my natural shape and just draw. Do you see how I already drawed the line for underneath? And then I like to go back in with that brush and take a little bit more product. Okay. Take a little bit more product. And I just fill out the top part, but you wanna go in very, very lightly because you don't wanna make it too intense, because this is a very pigmented pomade. And then once you get to the front, you just kinda wanna flick it up. You don't wanna invent a new brow. So now we're gonna talk about lashes for a quick minute. I feel like I mentioned these before, but I wanna mention them in this video because I've been wearing them non-stop. And not only that, I want to recommend these to you guys. So the lash brand that these lashes are is called Serenity Beauties. It is a very new up and coming lash brand, and I just love supporting new companies. I feel like the best thing anybody can do is support something that's just starting from scratch. And so I was able to try these out, and these are in the style CLEO, and I am so obsessed with them. They have like a really nice drama, but they're still so lightweight. It doesn't feel like you have anything intense on the eyes, and I just really love that about these lashes. The quality of this is so good. I've worn these probably about 15 times, and I still am getting really good wears out of them. I've been obsessed with them. You can see like this one on. You can see how big of a difference it makes from lash to no lash. It still looks really nice and simple, but they have like that fierceness. And I also like it because you can still see behind the lash. And to top that off, I do have a discount code. It's the Mex Beauty 15, and you get 15% off your order. But I truly have been wearing these so much that I just love them to death. Like, I wouldn't be talking about something unless I really felt super duper passionate about. And the fact that these are only $4.99 just like is a cherry on top. I just love how they look. Like, the drama is like so amazing. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to concealer. So this month I discovered a new concealer that I am so in love with. It is another Too Faced product. This is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Now, I did a review on this concealer a few weeks ago. You guys can go ahead and watch it, but I did choose a shade that was a little bit too dark. It wasn't dark, but it was dark for concealer. It definitely matched more my complexion. For my concealer, I personally like to do a very brightening effect. I like it to really make a difference. I like there to be a lot of dimension on the face, not be like one dimensional where it's like all kind of the same color. I like just dimension. I love that brightening effect. So I went back to my local Sephora and I decided to exchange this. I think I had honey and I changed it for natural beige. So if you want more of that brightening effect, I would go with natural beige if you're around my complexion, because it definitely gives you that very nice like brightening color. You will see right now, I'm actually gonna do it so I don't just talk and waste time. But I just literally use 2 little stripes like that because it's so nice and pigmented and it's not thick. I know a lot of people had an issue with the Tarte Shape Tape because it was so thick, but this isn't thick. It blends out so easily that you don't have to worry about it at all. Just such a big fan of this. And it just feels really, really hydrating on the skin. I feel like there's nothing better than a nice hydrating concealer. There is the product on. You can see that it definitely brightened up my under eye. You can see the big difference between this eye that has nothing there and then this eye that has the concealer there. We are gonna go ahead and use our Airspun powder. And we are going to bake because you guys know I love to bake. And just really keep that bake right where our crease lines are. Another favorite of mine has been kind of baking a little bit around my smile lines. I feel like that's where I really get oily. So I kind of just go in that smile line area. The longer you leave it, I feel like the more it really sets things into place. Wow, I literally look so crazy right now, but trust me, this stuff works. So I want to talk about 2 things that I use for blush. This month, I've really been into blush. Like I only use my bronzer to like warm up my forehead and my chin area, but for my cheeks, I literally only use blush. Weird, right? Especially because I have rosacea, so you expect me to like cover up the rosacea and not want any pink showing, but I just love a good blush. So what I like to do is I like to go in with Benefit's California blush. It is super beautiful. It is like the perfect shade for the summertime. And what I do, if I can find my brush, here it is. I go in with this crusty brush that I've had for forever. It's like from Forever 21, like a gift set like 5 years ago. And I just take it, circular motions. Don't go overboard with it because you are going to be layering it with other blushes. But you just want to go over it right there. And it smells really good. This blush like smells like some really good lotion. So you have that. And then you open up the Morphe blush palette. And you're going to dive into this shade right here. It's called Babe. And it has a nice shimmer to it. So it's almost like a blush topper. So we're going to pop that right onto our blush that we already applied, California, and it gives it this nice, pretty like reflection of like shimmer. If you are looking for some nice blushes at a really good price, I would really recommend trying out the Morphe blush palette. It literally has changed my life, especially if you freelance, like you will like this. So now we're gonna stop looking crazy and we're gonna go in with our Morphe M433 brush, and we're just gonna dust away all of our bake. So now we're gonna be doing our highlight. So for highlight, I'm so excited to be talking about this. This is the PIXI Delicate Dew Glowy Gossamer Duo. I don't know how to pronounce that, but this little duo is absolute perfection. I have to say PIXI did not come to play with their highlighters. You can see this one is well loved. I mean, they both are, especially this one though, like you can see, I use it all the time. I think I just literally put my nail in there. Ever since I did my Milani review, I did a review on the new Milani products, I got this brush and it is a highlight brush and I've been so obsessed with it. It gives me the best highlight, especially when I really want to do some intense situation. So I just go in with the brush and I like it because it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like flat on the sides and then it's pointed at the top. So you literally go in and it's almost like you're fanning it out, but it's giving you such beautiful intensity. Like it's just so absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. And then I like to use this lighter shade. right there, this lighter shade. I like to use that for the tip of my nose. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our lips. So for lip, I've been obsessed with the KKW Beauty lipsticks. And you do have to pair these with liner, especially if you're my complexion, like tan. You do want to pair it with a liner for it to not look like all sorts of crazy. But once you have a liner, it just like changes everything. My favorite lip liner is the Sephora lip liner. This is called Rouge Gel Lip Liner in the shade Rosewood. You need to try this out. This is $12 at Sephora. You will not be disappointed. Super creamy, super nice, retractable, always a plus. And I don't really overline them, maybe just like a little touch. I go like over like my actual like lip, but I don't do anything too extreme. And then I'm gonna be taking the KKW Beauty Mario. You can see I've been using this a lot. I just really love it. And I've been using this a lot in my videos. You guys have been asking me like, what are you wearing? And this is what I'm wearing, this combination of lip liner and lipstick. So creamy, so delicious. And it feels so good on the lips. Like both of these feel so good because this is like a gel consistency. It's super nice, smooth and creamy. And then this is like such a creamy lipstick that it does not feel like you have anything too thick on the lips, or like, it just feels really comfortable all day long. So the last thing we're gonna go ahead and do to complete this look is set our face so that it doesn't go anywhere and it lasts all day long. And that's exactly what the Too Faced Prime, Set, and Refresh has been doing. It just locks everything in, and I feel like because I'm using this with all of my Too Faced products, like face products, it just works even better. And we are good to go. Okay, so this concludes my July favorites. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. This is what I've been loving this month, and this is what you need to try out. So I really hope that this video was beneficial for you and you guys found some new products that you want to try out. If there's anything you want to try out, let me know what it is so that I can kind of hype it up a little bit more so you can go get it. And if there's anything that you guys have been obsessed with this month, please go ahead and leave it down below so that I can go to Sephora, Ulta, wherever they sell it to try it out, because I love to find new products. And if you guys are new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love for you to become a member of Family here on YouTube. We are getting so close to 18,000 subscribers and I just want to reach it ASAP. So please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.